sailing for the coast. In an hour, perhaps less. And even though he had spent most of the last 7 years at sea, so she should have got used to being alone, Marina felt the tug of a sad, lonely sort of sickness. "Are you packed?" Edward said. "Don't let's talk about it." She pulled a leaf from the plane tree. It was as broad as her hand. She rolled it up and put it in her mouth as if it were a cigar. She must look awfully smart with her head tilted back against the trunk of the tree and her legs in their sailcloth trousers stretched out along the branch. She must look just like the illustration of the new woman in Ivy's Society News. The new woman wears satin pantaloons and a turban. She neglects the pianoforte to smoke cigarettes of Turkish tobacco and rings her soulful eyes with coal. The new woman is mistress of her own destiny. When she speaks, the world listens. How that last sentence made the hairs on the back of Marina's neck stand on end. She found it hard to make anyone, even Ivy their housekeeper, listen to her. Marina turned to see if Edward could see her looking so very new, lost her balance and nearly toppled into the froth of green leaves below. "You'll be forced to wear a skirt," he added. "No more dressing like a boy. Trust Edward to puncture her plump, inflated dream. I wish I didn't have to go. Have you spoken to your father?" Marina chewed her lip. All these dreams of being a new woman who could speak up for herself dissolved when she spoke to her father. When he looked at her, his small, intelligent eyes focused intently, his quick mind already formulating a reply, it was as if he had the power to steal her voice. "He's been too busy getting ready for his command," she mumbled. "He locks himself away in the library. Ivy has to leave his meals on a tray outside the door." "Understandable," Edward reasoned. "It's a big job commanding a battleship. And the new class of dreadnought at that." And under his breath, with great admiration, he whispered, "All those guns." Marina didn't share Edward's fascination with gun turrets and bore sizes and how many shells could be launched in a minute, so she always ignored him when he started on about them. "When's your father leaving?" 6 o'clock for the train to Portsmouth. Marina felt her chest get tight. Everything was changing. "The Neptune sails tomorrow." "It won't be all bad," Edward said. "At your new school." "Easy for you to say. You get to go to a school with lessons in a forest, and boys and girls are treated the same. And you'll do painting and sculpture and—" "But you'll have a lovely time doing embroidery," he laughed, "and French composition. Although how anyone thinks it's possible to turn you into a lady." He snorted as he waved at her legs in their navy trousers. "Hell will freeze over first." "I'll run away," she whispered. She had never said this out loud, although she had thought it many times. "Bit extreme," Edward replied, unfazed. His sensible, easy nature was the thing that Marina most liked about him. She found that she was always interested in and usually surprised by his views, even if they were very different from her own, apart from when he wittered on about the guns on dreadnoughts. Neither of them tried to convince the other of something. They simply enjoyed each other's company without question. "Could you write to your mother?" he offered. "Ask for her help?" "I wouldn't know where to send the letter," Marina swallowed. "She won't come back?" "It's been too long," Marina shrugged. "She left when I was small. You know this, I've told you." After a thoughtful silence, Edward said, "Maybe she went home. Have you ever thought about that? My mother did. After the baby before last, she said we were all too noisy and spoiled and she couldn't think straight. She didn't come back for... He squinted as he tried to remember. It was a long time anyway. When she did finally come home, Maudie cried and told her that all we'd had to eat was cold sago pudding.